Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Than what they did tonight on the floor. Where were the biggest areas of?
I don't know. I mean, it was just too many. If there was one, that would be so easy for me tonight. We didn't deserve tonight. You know, it was Giannis' birthday, and we searched all over the city to find a gift. Couldn't find one, so we gave him this one. That's all I can come up with. That's the best I got because we were awful. I got to do a better job to get us ready. I didn't think we were ready to play tonight. I didn't think we played with any zip. You can see it from the beginning of the game. I thought offensively we were so slow.
Y'all identity for to be our defense. Y'all not supposed to get blowout like this. Everyone say y'all are the best defensive team. You have to prove that. Not against teams that you know you could defend against. They supposed to be. And it looked like their defense ain't all there as of yet. They say PG and Kawhi are the best defenders. They say Patrick Beverly could defend. Where was that defense tonight as they got blown out by the Bucks?
So easy to guard tonight as a group. What are we, 8-1 when we 25 assists or more, 3-4 when it's not. We had more turnovers than assists tonight. But give them credit. I thought a lot of them, they got into us. They were so much more physical than us. And one of the things we talked about before the game, whoever's the most physical will win the game. And it was not even close.
Doc, do you think Wes Matthews kind of set a tone early, like he was all over Kawhi?
No, I think their whole team did. I really did. I think they all were physical. I mean, Wes is just physical by nature.
Right.
Other than I don't know who wasn't for them. Really, I mean, but their entire team was more physical. Their entire team accepted the challenge tonight. I thought they really looked at this game as a big game. The way they played, and I thought we showed up to play a basketball game.
He sit here and said PG and Kawhi haven't practiced together, offense together. So how you think that was gonna work when game time come around? So what's going on in your practices when you come out and say that? You said they haven't practiced together offensive wise. So look how it shows on the court as you say that.
And, there's certain games you have to be ready. You have to know you're going to get attacked. And I thought we were surprised by their intensity and their physicality.
What role did that physicality play in the turnovers? 21?
A lot of it. I mean, we couldn't even run simple plays at some points of the game. Dribble handoffs, they were blowing up. They were the more physical team. I thought they got a lot of the calls, not that the calls were bad. I thought that the energy always goes to the call. You know what I mean? And if I was officiating the game, I would have done the same thing. I said, well, this team's playing faster and harder and more aggressive, and so they're going to get the benefit of the doubt. And I thought they got it all night.
You pulled the plug pretty early in the fourth.
Yeah, I couldn't. If I wanted to pull it earlier. Honestly, I really did. I was going to start the fourth quarter with the group we ended the game with, and I was talked out of it. So we gave our guys 4 minutes, and then or 3 minutes or whatever. So we wasn't going to win the game tonight. There was no comeback in us. You could see that. They're the better team right now, and we have a lot of work to do. But we kind of know that too. They have the advantage of being together. And you can see it. They are a together basketball team. Bud does a great job.
That's what people have to understand. Even though Clippers got a good defensive team, a good team that can play good offense, but you also got to have that chemistry. It's not just going to come natural because you put two good players on the same team. The chemistry have to be there. Everyone going to have growing pains of chemistry. Once all this come together, Clippers are going to be a good team. They already continue this. The chemistry had to get down pat. It's the difference. The Bucks been together for like 2 or 3 years. Bledsoe, Lopez, Giannis, Chris Middleton, they all been together. That's why they could put things together, because they chemistry already there, because they've been together for like 2 or 3 years already. So they know what each other can do, what they cannot do. Clippers have to learn each other ways of what a player can do, what everyone's strong suit is. Everyone had to come together. It's going to be some up and downs with these teams that got all these new players together. That's all. It's just a chemistry thing.
They started training camp knowing who they are, how they were going to play. We're still trying to find ourselves, and we're a work in progress, which I said a couple of games ago. But in games like this, it really tells you you're still a work in progress.
With specifically that progress with Kawhi and PG together.
Yeah.
Have those guys figured out how to maximize?
No, well, none of us have. It's not just those two guys. I mean, I have to help them, and so we all have to help them. So, but we have not maximized them offensively yet.
It's because Paul George been playing like 3, 4, 5 games, I think, already. He still had to get his self together. He been sitting out most of the season until he came back. They still gotta learn how to play off of each other. Kawhi and Paul George still have to learn that. They only been on the floor for like 4 or 5 games. They still have to figure out a lot of things about each other. What he like to do on the court. They still have to figure that out. That chemistry had to come together with them two. They haven't been playing that long. It's a lot of dudes that's together that haven't been playing that long, but they've been playing long enough this season to know what he can do. They didn't start out the year together playing because Paul George was sitting down. He came in the middle of the season. Like, once they all continue being on the court together, it's going to grow, and they're going to turn out to be one of the top teams in the West.
Saying it every game, and no one wants to hear it. And, we keep looking at our offensive numbers, and, and I've been saying it as fools go. We're not ready offensively yet. And our numbers say different, but this is where analytically I'm right. I can see it. Like, I can see it. I said it. What did we have, 140 the other night? And I said, guys, we're not a good offensive team yet. And people look at me like I'm nuts. I think tonight's a great example of that.
When you start a trip losing a game like this and you got 5 more to go, did you look at the tape again? Did you throw it in the trash can?
Oh, no, you look at the tape for sure. I don't know if they see it or not yet. But you definitely look at the tape for sure. Yeah, I mean,
The Clippers, they fall behind too much in thinking they could play catch-up basketball. It was bound to come back and hurt them. It's a few games they was down by a couple points. They had to rally back to win them games. You can't play games like that, because it can hurt you after a while. And it did tonight. They got blown out because they tried to play catch-up basketball. You can see it's things have to grow right there with this team.
For us, a learning game. When we win by 40, it's a learning thing because we're doing something right that we got to keep doing. When we lose, you got to watch what we're not doing. We're not ready yet to just ignore games, Bud can do that. They've been together for, 2 years now. Every game we learn something, even in the bad ones.
Why heartless so much on Giannis instead of Kawhi or
Well, that's what we've been doing all year. We start out games with other guys guarding their guy. Giannis didn't guard Kawhi really either. So it goes both ways. Yeah. And, they're both coming off injuries, too. I mean, they're not 100% yet. And so second half of the year, they'll go do it more. First half of the year. The great thing about our team so far is until tonight.
It takes something to finally admit something. That's why they low manage PG and Kawhi. Because they still battling injuries. When the second half comes, they're going to be fully healed. and make a run to be at the top of the Western Conference. It's some things you can see. That's why they do this load management for them, because they know things going on with them still. Paul George shoulder, we don't know what's going on with that. Like, he still got to get himself back together. Kawhi the same way. They sit here and said, I want to do load management because his knee still kind of bothers him. So they still have to get themselves all the way 100. That's why they going to have the second half to get everything together. They going to get everything together. Because they still, it's a learning curve still here with this team. They haven't been together that long. They just got one of their guys back. So they still have to learn together. It is a chemistry thing, and once that chemistry mashed together, Clippers gonna turn out to be one of the best teams in the West.
Our guys can guard other guys. You know, Harkless is a terrific defensive player, and so is Pat Beverly, and we've been able to use that. Tonight, in the first half, I didn't think Giannis hurt us. I thought it was the second half that we got hurt. Yeah.
Doc, it looked like you guys closed the gap at the end of the first half.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Did you expect to see a better result in the third quarter of the beginning?
Didn't like how we were playing. I will say that. I said that at halftime. We came out and scored. I think we had it at 7 at one point, and then we came down on defense and had a miscommunication. I think Wes Matthews made the wide open three on a simple cross screen. To me, it was just that type of night. We didn't talk defensively. We didn't play together offensively, and we're going to have some of those.
In the first half, you won a little more with your top 6 minutes-wise. Yeah. Was that because you sensed the game?
And this is something Giannis had to prove. They said Kawhi shut him down in the Eastern Conference Finals. Giannis was a man on a mission to prove that I could dominate against him. This is something he had on his mind, that he had to come out here and dominate this game. Because everyone said Kawhi shut him down and he had something to prove. And they try to run the same defense that Toronto ran against him, and it backfires against them. He's seen this, and Giannis know how to get through that defense because he's seen it already. They tried that. It's called a copycat league. At the same time, when someone say you got shut down by this person, trust me, you as a man on a mission, when you see that game on the schedule, you know you got to come out here and take care of business.
Yeah, I can feel it. It didn't work. I guess we did cut it a little bit, but I went early with Lou. But it still, even though we cut it, it's fun at halftime. I didn't feel any confidence offensively that we were going to get it together. And unfortunately, I was pretty much right on that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more